associate with a group that's lost almost 400,000 jobs, you don't want anybody talking about your record. You know, you want everybody talking about something other than your record. You know, when you in Ohio, going through this very difficult time, when 41 other states have done better than Ohio,
right.
You don't want to talk about your record.
No.
You want to talk about smearing somebody else and distorting and distracting them. Because when you lose 400,000 jobs and 41 other states do better,
exactly.
You don't want to talk about your record.
Right.
And I'll tell you what to do if they win. Going to have another tax increase.
Yep.
That's really a great idea, isn't it?
Right.
Raise taxes. You know, we own a restaurant. We have no customers. So Sonny called me one day. He said, "John, I know how to fix the restaurant. Raise prices."
Yeah.
When you have a state and you don't have any customers, you don't raise. In an area like this with 11.1% unemployment, we have to retrain our workers so that they have the tools of the 21st century to compete and win against all comers. And our difficulty has been that in Ohio we have not been competitive. You know, they want to distract and say we've lost all these jobs overseas. We've lost 5 times as many jobs to other states as we have to other countries.
Right.
And it's because we have not been getting the job done here in this state. Now, folks, look, I guess generally when you go on a campaign appearance, this is the first of 10 days worth of bus trips. You get up here and you rip the hide off your opponent. I've said enough right now without even mentioning his name or what they're all about. We need these folks, and we need some folks down there in Congress too, because John
Right.
Boehner may become the Speaker of the House. And let me tell you, we're not running against Barack Obama. And we're not running against Nancy Pelosi or Harry Reid. We're running, well, I'm not, and I'm not running against Ted Strickland. I'm running against a bunch of bad ideas that have put this country in the ditch. That's what I'm running against. You know, I just came from over in Pittsburgh, and I've had a lot of success in my lifetime. And today is the day that I believe I can really pay back. The reason I'm running for governor is because I want to pay back the state of Ohio and the people of the state of Ohio for what Ohio has done for me and for my family. And let me just suggest to all of you, this is about our legacy. We don't want to leave the valley. We don't want to have to go south. We don't want our kids to graduate from school and we have to get 2 plane rides to get to see the grandkids.
Right.
We don't want any of that.
That's right.
We want to take our great ethnic heritage. We want to take our God-given gifts to build things. We want to take the talent of hard work to be able to really recreate the prosperity that we once had here. And we can get it back, I have no doubt. And we can get it back in Ohio. And what it's going to take is fixing the formula. We do need to make government the last resort, not the first resort.
Right.
And let me tell you, folks, that means getting the lobbyists and the special interests snout out of the trough, okay? When their snouts are in the trough, we lose.
Yep.
And let me tell you, this is not just rhetoric out of another politician, because I'm very well aware of the fact that in America today, when a politician's lips are moving,
Yeah.
you know the conclusion.
Yeah.
Because it's true. I've been out for 10 years, I know. I spent 10 years of my life fighting to balance the budget. Why? Because our kids deserve politicians. They're going to take care of the job. We need politicians who are going to meet the challenges today and not put it off till tomorrow or blame somebody else. And I knew at the time what we were doing was wrong. And you know what? I built a team of people, and we started working for that balanced budget. And that first year I offered my proposal The vote was 405 no to 30 yes. I thought, if 29 other people thought the mailman's son could run America, we were doing great. So every year we build on it with the idea that we need to do something for our children. We need to do something to strengthen our country. After 1989, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, and 1997, the team that I put together, and I was the leader, I was the chief architect, and we ended up with the first balanced budget we had since man walked on the planet. As my daughter Reese says, Daddy, if you could balance the federal budget, she's only 10, you can balance the state's budget and bring jobs to Ohio too, okay? And of somebody wanting to open up a small business, we're not going to accept it. Because we want those businesses to open. And you know what? You want to open up the business? We'll fill out the paperwork, okay? We can't delay anybody else from being able to get it done. In our state, right now, we get about $150 million for training. Okay, 139 million of it goes to people who are unemployed. Only 11 million of it goes to train people who are working. So you know what the message is? Lose your job and then we'll help you.
Right.
Now we want to help people that lose their jobs to get trained. But what we find is a lot of times it doesn't match. They train them and there's no job to get a job working.
That's right.
So we need to continue to emphasize training people who are working so they don't get on the unemployment rolls. And we're going to emphasize it. And for the job training we have, and folks, it's all about skills in the 21st century. It's all about adding value. You tell your kids, and you tell your grandkids, they're going to get some skills. So we put our shoulder to the wheel, send out those emails. When you go to church, drive who's ever sitting next to you crazy. The Lord won't care. Talk to your family. Early vote. And let's get a really great victory this November that will send a message that will be heard all over America.